So you're making music. Maybe you've been at it for a few months, maybe a few years. You're posting consistently, using hashtags, dropping singles, doing everything the YouTube gurus tell you to do. And your follower count is maybe going up by like 12 people a month. Cool. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Building a fan base isn't about doing more stuff. It's about doing the right stuff in the right order. And after spending years watching what actually works, not what's supposed to work, but what genuinely moves the needle, I've realized it comes down to three things. Not 10 things, not a 47-step blueprint, three things. And if you get these right, everything else becomes easier. Step one, pick one person and make music for them. I know, but I want to reach everyone. Yeah, so does every other artist with 83 Spotify monthly listeners. Here's what actually happens when you try to make music for everyone. You make music for no one. Think about your favorite artist right now. I guarantee they didn't become your favorite by trying to appeal to the widest possible audience. They became your favorite because it feels like they're speaking directly to you, like they get something specific about your life that nobody else is talking about. So pick one person, not a demographic, not 18 to 24-year-olds who like indie pop, an actual person. Could be you 5 years ago, could be your best friend going through a breakup, could be that kid you saw at a show who was completely locked in the whole time. Make music that would genuinely help that person, that would make them feel seen or understood or less alone. When you do this, something weird happens. Other people who feel the same way find you because you're not trying to please everyone, you're trying to deeply connect with someone. And that specificity is what makes people care. Most artists fail here because they think narrow means small, but narrow means deep, and deep is what builds actual fans, not passive listeners. Step two, build in public, not in secret. This is where people get it backwards. They think, I'll build my skills in private, perfect my craft, and then when I'm ready enough, I'll start sharing and building a fan base. Wrong order. By the time you're ready, nobody knows who you are. You've been invisible for years. Now you're trying to get attention from zero with no momentum, no story, no connection to anyone. Instead, document everything, not just the finished songs, the process, the struggle, the weird 2 a.m. idea that might be terrible, the moment something finally clicked, the demo that's 70% done but has that one section you're proud of. People don't follow you because your music is perfect. They follow you because they're invested in your journey. They want to see you figure it out. They want to be there when you level up. They want to feel like they discovered you before you blew up. This doesn't mean post every random thought. It means bring people behind the curtain. Here's what I'm working on today. This part isn't working yet, trying to figure out why. Just figured out this chord progression that's giving me chills. The artists who grow fastest aren't necessarily the most talented. They're the ones who make you feel like you're part of the process. TikTok figured this out years ago. People engage way more with the messy middle than the polished final product. Step three, give people something to do. This is the step everyone skips. They post their music and then nothing. They expect people to just become fans automatically. Doesn't work like that. You need to give people a next step, not follow me on all platforms. That's not a real action. Something specific they can do right now if they vibe with what you're doing. Could be reply with your favorite lyric from this song. Could be send this to someone who needs to hear it today. Could be here's the demo. Should I make the chorus faster or keep it slow? Notice what all of these have in common. They're easy, they're specific, and they give people a reason to engage beyond passive consumption. Most artists think building a fan base is about getting people to listen. It's not. It's about getting people to participate. The fans who stick around aren't the ones who hit play. They're the ones who feel like they're part of something. And here's the key. You're not asking them to do something for you. You're giving them an opportunity to be involved in something they already care about. That's the difference between begging for engagement and creating genuine community. So let's recap. Pick one person, make music that deeply resonates with them specifically, build in public so people can follow your journey, not just hear your final product, and give them something to do so they can participate instead of just consume. None of this requires a budget. None of this requires you to be already famous. None of this requires some secret industry connection. It just requires you to stop trying to do what everyone else is doing and start focusing on the three things that actually build fans: specificity, transparency, and participation. You're not going to go viral overnight. You're not going to wake up with 10,000 new followers. But if you do these three things consistently for 6 months, you'll look back and realize you've built something real, a group of people who actually care about your music, not just randos who heard it once and moved on. That's a fan base, and it doesn't happen by accident. It happens by giving people a reason to care.